Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Rough Drafts podcast. We're all here. It is the fifth week of school, and today we actually have a very special guest. We have Klay and Autry here with us.
Hey
Woo!
guys! My name is Klay. I'm a senior. We're all seniors at Cavetown High School, and I'm currently in my dad's office right now. So
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
we're in the fifth week of school. Grades in soon. How are you guys feeling about school being online and like not seeing your teachers or like your friends in school?
It's getting old, you know?
I'm kind of over it, but at the same time, everybody I know who's gone back to school somebody in their grade has gotten COVID. They all get sent home and they all have to quarantine. So it's kind of making me reluctant to want to go back right now.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go back after 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that the risk factor involved is like very bad.
Yeah, I definitely don't think. I kind of don't think we're gonna go back even for the first semester.
Yeah.
No. I think it'll be after Christmas.
Yeah, I feel like why would we go back like before we have a vaccine or anything? That's my thing.
They're always so big
I'm
on like our little,
sorry.
what is it? The meningitis shot.
Yeah.
So if let's go back to school in the middle of a pandemic, which nobody's taking seriously.
Well, they're supposed to
But
have
at least we all have our meningitis shots. Woo!
they're supposed to have a vaccine by November 1st, I think. Yeah.
What if the COVID-19 shot is going to be like a required shot for people to have?
In like 10 years, it probably will be a requirement, but I don't think we'll see that for a while.
Probably not.
But we won't have to be worried about that because we're not going into the 6th grade. Most of us are going to college.
Woo!
So,
Most of us.
yes.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going.
That's honestly, I don't see anything wrong with not going to college. Like,
I have to pay for school, and that is just so much money, like 20 grand a year, and I just can't afford that. Like, I need to get a job and start saving up now if I'm gonna do it. But
Yeah.
I probably will become a flight attendant. So
I mean, that sounds like there's certain things. I feel like there's a stigma around college where like you have to go to college to be successful. And especially I think this year is going to be a big year for students just to take gap years.
mhm.
Yeah.
But like I'm considering it
Yeah.
because if school, like say next year, is going to be online, I don't want to pay $20,000 in tuition for a laptop.
My parents
Yeah.
have already decided that if we're not going in person, I'm not going to school next year. Like, I'm not gonna pay a tuition to sit at home and take online classes.
Exactly.
For a lot of people, college doesn't really fit into their plan. Like, everyone's journey is different, and I feel like for a lot of people, college just doesn't make sense. Some careers that don't require a college education and you go anyway, and then you end up making less money than you spent on college, it just doesn't make sense. And some
Yeah.
people already know how to do things, so they don't even need to go learn that in college because they can jump straight into working.
Yeah, and what's crazy
That's
is
true.
even some in-campus college classes are getting sent home because they're partying.
I just don't understand. Like, you know the risk you're taking, so like why?
I
You're
just
just
like, it's not like you're only risking yourself because at that point you're risking every person that goes to your college or university, and by having like 6 or 7 parties, you're risking everyone's education. You're sending every single person home. It's not like you're only responsible for yourself because right now you're responsible for everyone around you.
yeah.
So I just don't see how it's realistic right now to have so many parties.
You know who you are. Selfish and ignorant. Yeah, they're probably malice.
No, they're not.
But for those of us who are going to college, have you started your college admissions? Your applications, I guess?
No,
Kind
I
of.
need to do that.
I've started, but I'm not finished by all means.
But you're at your essay. So that's a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm really in my head about applications because I've been watching videos of like Ivy League schools and like their process of applications, which I don't want to go to Ivy League. But these kids were talking about how they spent like 12 hours on their essay, 14 hours. I wrote mine in 30 minutes. A, I'm gifted, or B, like not good enough. And I don't really know.
I think a lot of kids like prepare their whole lives to get into an Ivy League school, and so when they get to that point, it's like the most important thing to them. So they really like spend every second. But I think that you can have a really good college essay if you just sit down and you know what you're writing and you know what you want to say. You can say that in 15 minutes to an hour. Like you don't have to spend 14 hours on your application for it to be good. Most people probably don't spend that much time on their application.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I feel like the application has to be really good this year because the scores aren't going to be there to back you or help you get in. Like ECU already said, if you don't submit your scores, you're at no disadvantage. And that might be for every school, but I know ECU definitely said that.
Yeah.
Are you guys still submitting your scores?
I don't think I'm gonna.
Well,
I
that's
don't
my
think so.
I think it depends on if I think it'll help my application or not.
I know I'm definitely submitting my scores because if you make a good score,
She said, I'm smart.
no,
Really made a
no,
good
listen, if you make a good score and you submit that, like it doesn't even have to be like exceptional. Like if you make above like a 23, you should submit that because that's not gonna drag you down. That's gonna just push you further, and they're not gonna look at the score unless it's a positive thing this year.
Yeah.
And if it's between you and another person and you submitted your score and the other person didn't, they might pick you over that other person just because you have that one extra factor to push you forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Common App is really easy to navigate as far as like making it really easy to apply at a lot of schools in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many schools are you applying to?
Right now it's like 5.
I think so too. Well, there's free where all colleges, not all colleges, like there's some that they'll waive their application fee. It's like 1 week in October.
Yeah.
When you jump on that, and that's when you
Yeah,
turn in all
for
your
sure.
applications.
Yeah, I
And
most
also-
definitely need to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Me too.
And I thought about this, like I completely forgot even Claiborne, how she was talking about how money is a big factor and college is expensive. There are North Carolina promise schools which offer $500 per tuition.
No, I was
Um,
thinking about going to Western because Western's one of those schools, and like I want to go to school in the mountains, and like
Yeah. Western
Yeah.
Carolina is on my list.
And it's
Yeah.
like $500, which is
Mhm.
really, really affordable.
Yeah. I
yes.
mean, like I was saying earlier, like college is not for everyone, and for some people it's unrealistic. But if you want to go into something where you have to have a college degree and you don't have money and you also don't qualify for financial aid, like you can go to Pembroke for so cheap. Like it is so cheap there, and you can get an education just like everybody else.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so
I do think there's kind of like a stigma for going to this big nice school or whatever, like all of these popular schools, everybody just like kind of looks down on you if you're like, oh, I'm going to community college. But realistically, if you're getting an education, you're getting an education. Like,
yeah.
And people like don't understand that money is like such a big factor for some people, and I feel like that's why they like look down on it because they're probably like, oh, like their parents are paying for their college, and like some parents aren't.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and some schools are $80,000 a year. And
That's
even the people who
ridiculous.
don't qualify for any kind of financial aid, like there's nobody who can afford to pay $80,000 a year, except like Elon Musk's kids can go there. But like besides that, like nobody has that kind of money laying around.
Yeah.
And it's something I overlook too. I've always like put these nice, expensive, like Columbia. I want to go there just because it's like one of those status schools, but it's expensive, and I just choose to overlook that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that I'm actually doing it, it's like it's kind of shocking, like how much.
Yeah.
It's how the American education system works.
Yeah. It's just crazy. Like you're gonna spend $300,000 on 4 years of college, and then you're gonna go to a job where you make $55,000 a year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna pay that back?
And people struggle finding a job after college too. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Cause
Messy.
All right.
so does everyone want to do their song of the week before we head out?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with mine. Mine is called "My Honest Face" and it's by the band Inhaler. It's a good vibey song for a convertible. It's very late summer, so go listen to it.
Mine is Home by Cavetown. It's very nice and chill and cute.
Mine is Pluto Projector by Rex Orange County, because I just hear the slowed down version on TikTok a lot, and it's really stuck in my head, but it's a great song.
My song this week is Affection by Between Friends. Also kind of a vibey song, kind of chill. Yeah. Claver.
My song of the week is My Future by Billie Eilish, and I just learned how to play it on the piano, so I really love it right now.
Yes.
All right, so that's all we have for today. Haiti, if you want to do the honors.
Absolutely. And I actually tuned my guitar this time. Please let me know
That's
if you can hear it.
good.
I didn't tune.
It broke.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's the end.